Okay, we're going to take you back in, but
Okay.
you're our guest of honor.
Head of the class.
When you're ready. I know you have a lot of questions open, so.
Are we on?
Oh, yeah.
Just you are down there. Well, only by citizens who are pretty excited about this opportunity to be here.
Got the last one signed with that, right? Which is fun.
No, this is not being broadcast live.
Oh, no.
We'll just go around the table really quickly and introduce ourselves.
Okay,
and
so
why we're here.
I want to make sure my office knows that I'm at a meeting. No.
Sure.
Take your time, sir.
You have a shattered screen right now?
Oh, my goodness.
I
I don't have Gorilla Glass.
Which didn't make that in?
I have dropped it so many times. Lovely.
All right.
All right, so Jennifer Hecker from the Conservancy of Southwest
Yep.
Florida.
John G. Hine, living with one of the kids.
Okay.
Amber Crooks, Conservancy of Southwest Florida.
So is that from St. Lucie? River Kids?
Oh, you got
I
it,
actually
but
got a liaison
not
with them over there.
Oh.
We're starting one up on the west coast right now.
Okay.
Yep.
the branch.
Okay.
I'm Maria Sabjornsen, and I'm volunteering with the River Watch Group.
Lauren Markham, Conservancy of the Southwest Florida.
David Hebert, I'm with Preserve Our Paradise down in Naples.
David Pace, Conservation Trust for Florida.
Hi, Elizabeth Demka. I'm resident of Cape Coral, Florida.
Okay.
Jim Murphy, City of Sarasota, and I'm here for the Benderson Lake problem with all the water and the algae. They want to flush back behind my house and down into the Miaka River Basin.
Hi, good afternoon. Jeannie Emmerich. I live in Naples, and we're starting a group called Clean Water Collier, which is going to encompass many different organizations so that we can involve you and all of our local constituents, keep them up to date, with what's going on.
All right.
Larry Grossman, Manatee County Sierra Club, and I live on Montville.
Gotcha. All right.
I am Erica Edwards, and I'm from Lee County.
Hi, I'm Ruth McGregor. I'm from Lee County, and I'm with Clean Water Initiative.
John W. Scott with Clean Water Initiative Florida.
And Clean Water Initiative,
It's an activism advocacy group. Newly started.
okay, is that different than Clean Water? So it's different than Clean Water Action?
Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
So what's Clean Water Initiative then?
We're a water advocacy group. What we're trying to do is educate, raise public awareness, and affect policy changes related to water.
Is your chairman, who's your chairman?
Me.
Is there someone? Oh, really? Oh, cool, okay.
Me and her.
Her.
It's just started.
Just started.
It's started.
Out of where? Out of where again?
Grassroots in Southwest Florida.
Where's that?
Southwest Florida?
Yes, sir.
Lake
Fort Myers.
All right.
So we're here today.
Awesome.
Part of
And
it.
Julia is also.
Hi.
is
Good
our
afternoon.
analyst in my office.
Awesome.
Oh, great.
No, more than a scribe.
And I like to
She's
thank
the
you.
brains of the
I'd like to
operation.
Thank you for giving us this time,
Thanks.
by the way.
Oh, yeah, no
I know
problem.
You're really busy, so.
I'm
we
actually,
appreciate
I thought I had something after this, but got that taken care
Oh,
of. And
wow.
apologize, just had
How
a,
much time do you have, so we know that we can budget accordingly?
let's see.
We have to get them
Yes,
back.
pass it. Calling
we
you,
have
so
till
just
about
pass it
quarter
down to her.
at
Well, then
the
we'll be
latest.
fine.
Pass it down to
If you
her.
take the time you need, then we'll be fine.
Okay.
We took the bus here to come see it. It was about 10 hours. Actually.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yes, we did.
Unfortunately, it's probably the easiest way to get from Southwest to here.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounds like.
What, you're not that bus.
Yeah.
We had a bus breakdown.
Down, yeah. That's-
Well, good to get here, but we're here.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is part of the Floridians Clean Water Declaration campaign, and I don't know if you've heard about this, but we're asking state legislators to commit to certain principles to support better water resource management in Florida. And basically, it outlines some rights, clean drinking water from public sources or private wells, that there should be safe lakes, springs, streams, rivers, and canals, and coastal waters for swimming and fishing, that there should be protection from water pollution and its effects, knowing the sources of pollution that threaten Florida's waters, protection from water privatization and its effects, and abundant water for drinking, fishing, and recreation. Those are the rights that we feel every Floridian has with regards to water. And then the commitments we're looking for is, number one, to stop pollution at its source, to protect Florida's waters from overconsumption and privatization, to protecting the natural environment, which is critical to the health of Florida's people, wildlife, and economy, and lastly, to provide clean water for future generations. So they're really fundamental conceptual principles that we're asking every state legislator to throw their support and sign the declaration as a demonstration of their support of these principles. And today we've gotten several people. We already had Senator Benacrusto and Representative Fitzenhagen and several other state legislative
Caldwell.
representatives and
Mhm.
senators sign on, but then today we just got Representative Caldwell. I don't know if some of the other groups in the room had some success, but we're continuing to really ask them to step up and kind of put their name behind what they say, that they support, which is
Mhm.
clean, sufficient, fresh water
Yeah.
for Florida's environment and our economy. So we're looking to see if the governor would be interested in supporting this campaign and signing in support of these concepts and principles. So that's one of our asks today, is
Okay.
whether or not he would be able to take this back and discuss it with him. And then if he is, my card's in there, we'd love to get a scanned copy so that we could recognize that and commend him for supporting this. But it's just a movement, it's just started. We had some local rallies. It started several months ago in Orlando, where 150 different businesses and organizations came together and said, look, we have some serious water quality problems here.
Yeah.
We need to do more. We need our state leadership to do more than they're doing. What do we want them to do? So we came up with this language. We've had regional rallies throughout the state simultaneously, but now we converged on Tallahassee. Buses came from all over. This is just the Southwest Florida contingency, but there were
Yeah.
contingencies of buses from other parts, and Beaver River and some of the other areas. And, we're then gonna take this and continue to push that every single state legislator sign this, and as well as our governing board members for the water management districts and any other leaders who have influence over water resources.
Mhm.
And, that is our goal, to raise awareness and hopefully gather more political will and commitment to addressing what we see as some of the fundamental problems and challenges. So, that's what we're hoping from the governor. And we can go into some specific issues if you have time for that, but.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, looking through governor's strong support of water quality throughout Florida, I don't know that he signs any declarations from any group as a governor, whether they just view that as appropriate or not. But as far as a supporter of good water quality in Florida, I think we champion some of the best movements in the governor's water quality plan for Everglades restoration, $880 million. We fully funded it. We fully funded it every year in our administration. Have the third highest amount of funding for Everglades restoration in the history of Florida. Highest amount of funding for springs in the history of Florida. So we're really proud of our record on water quality. Something that we continue to challenge ourselves with, and look to work even harder in the future. But it's something we're very proud of.
Yeah, and we appreciate what the governor's done even this year in putting in his proposed budget, the $130 million for Everglades restoration. And funding public, cleanup projects is an important component for sure, and we understand that. I think we also are, though, interested in more proactive approaches with controlling pollution at the source. And we understand that, there's sometimes a perception that regulation is at odds with economic growth and development, but we really feel that we need to promote sustainable growth in Florida, and that regulation has a role to play in making sure that growth is sustainable. And by updating stormwater standards, for instance, we had gotten new regulatory language for updated stormwater requirements for new development, and that hasn't been moving forward the past few years. The DEP was ready to adopt those standards now. That hasn't happened, and we continue to see new developments being permitted with insufficient stormwater treatment. So every new development is now contributing to this growing water quality problem. So it's enough to retrofit and deal with problems we've already created. We just want to have more of also a proactive approach in making sure that we don't continue to recreate the mistakes of the past in permitting these poor development designs. And also controlling pollution at source, keeping out of our waterways, having effective fertilizer ordinances, letting local communities decide what's appropriate for their own watershed and their own waters, letting them do what they feel is necessary to protect their waterways from this type of pollution, because ultimately they're on the hook to meet those pollutant limits and to shoulder the cost of that. So we need the private sector to step up and cost share and create policies that encourage prevention, and that sort of thing. So I know these are some of the more thorny or difficult issues than just funding cleanup projects, but we need both of them to be dealt with.
And we agree that it takes a combination. And I know you have a difference of opinion, but we've got the first set of numeric nutrient criteria in the union, the most robust set of water quality criteria in the union. fully endorsed by the National Environmental Protection Agency, supported by the court system. Not everyone agrees with it, but it has been endorsed by the federal administration, endorsed by the state administration. Look forward to moving forward with it. And I think I agree it takes a lot, and that's one of the things we've noticed with basin management action plans, which this administration is setting more than any prior administration, setting more MFLs than any prior minimum flows and levels for our water bodies, is that